So I think everybody wants to know, who introduced you to the game of golf, and yeah, let's start there.
Well, I have 2 older brothers, and they started playing golf before me, and they used to go to the course and just have a good time with my father and some relatives. And every Sunday I ask them, please take me with you, I want to go, I want to have a good time with you and walk around the course. And they say like, no, you're too small, you're going to get bored, it's going to be a disaster, and I continue and ask them every Sunday. And finally they say, yes, come with us. And I'm never going to forget that first day that I enjoyed and had so much fun with my family, especially running around and just, having a good time. And then I started when I was 5, and competition to me was very important. Right away, I fell in love with the game, but at the age of 6, I was already competing, so really quick.
And you were beating your brothers at that time, I'm sure.
Not right away, but then I gave them a hard time later on.
Yeah. Do you remember what was it that made you, hooked you on golf? What was it with golf that was so special?
Well, I think for sure having a good time with our friends. I'm still today with friends of them, a couple of girls, a few boys. We have this great group that we used to get together starting first on Saturdays, a couple hours in the mornings, and then every day of the week, and we start being more serious, spending time together, practicing on the dark, and just having a good time. I think it's all about making the game more of an adventure and be more relaxed and enjoy being there with your friends. Today I get worried sometimes that it's too strict, it's too perfect, and they worry about technique, and they are just, sometimes they are too concentrated, and it's more about having a good time when you are, young. Yeah,
I think when people see you play, they think of just that, somebody who loves the game, somebody have a good time. Do you see these friends of yours? Do you go back now to Mexico at all?
No, actually we play together.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, they used to play. I mean, everybody's kind of like married, some of them are professionals or teaching pros, and we would have this chat, okay, when are you coming to Guadalajara to play? And we get together, we have these great matches, and sit down and have lunch together and talk about memories, and I think once you become, friends with golf, it's going to be for the rest of your life, because you have so many things in common that it makes that relationship very special.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're hitting on something there. It's a game for life, and it's so neat that here you are 20 years later, and you can just still play. You're a professional, and they're doing other things in their life. So when you look back at your career, Lorena, what are some of the accomplishments that you are most proud of?
Well, that's a difficult question, but for sure I have to say, when I start playing golf, or when I start playing internationally, or when I turn professional, golf in Mexico was very small. I mean, we didn't have either golf courses or any fans, because they didn't have the knowledge to understand the game of golf. The media, they have no idea, they were lost about golf. No professionals, and it was more of a teaching and learning process for all of us. And Rafael, my coach, and I, we have this goal to be really patient, to make them understand how difficult is the game, to travel with us, to learn about the game, to get good interviews, to give good results, and put them in perspective of how difficult it was to be playing in the LPGA, or how difficult it was to get in a top 10. I was kind of like a team effort, and now golf is huge in Mexico, I'm very proud to say that. I was part of that little, starting and helping. Still today I'm very involved. I have many different events with junior golfers, with the association IGPM that is helping the new professionals in Mexico. And it's great to see the changes. I mean, now I don't play, but I see everything from the outside, and it's great.
Yeah, and I would say you have had more than a little influence. I would say huge influence from Lorena. I mean, you have inspired so many young kids and just people that want to play the game of golf. And so obviously now we're both retired. And can you quickly just share what would you do today, and what does a weekday look for Lorena and her family?
This has been a difficult month for me, but it's not always like this. I like to stay active. I think it's important to stay active. I think that's the best example you can give to your kids. Sometimes Pedro, Julia, they say, Mom, please don't leave, don't go, I don't want you to be my mom because you're always away and traveling. And I try to keep a good balance, but sometimes it's hard on the kids. And but at the same time, I believe giving them a good example is the best. And my priority right now in Mexico, for sure, are my kids, my family, but as well as my foundation. We have a school that we support, and they know that I'm worried all the time, that I visit the school, that I'm worried about the teachers, you know, the new programs, the activities they do in the afternoon, the music in the school. Actually, I want to take my kids next Friday. I'm very excited to Guadalajara to see the school because I don't go that often. And I am doing a lot of exercise now. I think when I stop playing, I also stop going to the gym. I don't want to do it anymore. Now I'm getting back in good shape. I'm really happy about that. And you know, just like you, we travel a little bit, trying to sometimes give a golf clinic, sometimes I give a speech. I love talking to young or college students that they are trying to see, you know, what they want to do in their lives. I'm still, you know, working in golf course design. I think that's something really special that I would love, you know, to have a golf course with my name in Mexico or in another place. So a little bit of everything. I'm happy.
Yeah, well, you know really the word balance, and I think you're a great role model on and off the golf course, and your kids are just very lucky to have you. So good work and good luck. So let's just switch gears a little bit. Let's just quickly. I think we're interested. You've been traveling just like I have. We have been everywhere. Is there one particular place that you say? Maybe you want to take your family, maybe your husband, or a place maybe you haven't been. There's something that comes to your mind. Do you have like a bucket list?
I do have a bucket list. Yeah. I was very fortunate to make a wonderful trip this summer with my family. I think when you travel with your family is the best. It's more of a quality time, but also different, you know, regular life, and as well as Andres, my husband, he's busy all the time, and just having him more of outside the office and being more relaxed with the kids and having the time to, you know, swim a little bit or play with them or going, you know, to the beach. And I think if I have to pick a place, I think it would be the water, something with water. I love the beach. I love fishing or skiing, you know, wakeboarding or anything with the water. I think that's the best vacation. And I love just being light, you know, having your swimming suit and that's it, you know, couple shorts. And hopefully this winter we can do a little bit of that.
Maybe a margarita too.
We're thinking of going to Belize in January, well, early for New Year's Eve. Okay. So I think that should be a fun plan. We'll see.
I've never been, but I've seen some beautiful pictures of that. This is the last question. So, you know, this game is growing, and I know you're on a mission too to kind of grow the game of golf and young girls. Do you have advice for the young girls that's starting to play the game?
Well, I think it's a difficult question, but at the same time, few things like we were talking about before, just having a good time, you know. And I think it's important that the parents are not afraid of letting the kids, you know, the children, to try different sports. I think it's good that they play a little bit of basketball, a little bit of soccer, a little bit of golf, do some swimming, just try a little bit of everything, you know, playing tennis. Sometimes parents, you know, they are afraid, or they see it as maybe they are doing too many things, but they will be stronger, they will improve, you know, in different abilities. Learning to play together, you know, as a team or on your own is very important. And then, maybe when they are about, you know, 11, 12, 13, they can really choose one sport and be there 100%. Sometimes, like I said before, if you take it too seriously, maybe you burn out and you are tired when you're 12, 13. So just enjoy, you know, try different things, and being a professional is something very special, but also just going to college. I think that should be the #1 goal for them. Just try to go to college in any sport. You know, golf is very special, and then from there, your life's gonna change for sure.
Yeah, very good advice. And as always, Lorena, you're Hall of Famer on the course, off the course. So, gracias, mi amiga.
Okay, yeah, it's really good Spanish. Thank you.